Okay, so I thought we'd take a look at my studio today. I reclaimed my family room. I'm going to try to walk. Hopefully it's not too unsmooth. Well, it is unsmooth. I'll stand still and zoom instead. I'll try that. Anyway, I reclaimed my family room. It's a big room. I was very lucky. I've organized my paints over here a little bit. They're all hanging up nice and neat. Actually, it's a mess in here, but up above we have some paintings I did. They're called Bad Hair Day and Caught in the Rain, for obvious reasons. I can always find a color of paint, though, that's for sure. Self-portrait. We've got paintings everywhere. Let me back up a little bit. We can see what we can see. I don't know what we can see, but you can see there's paintings hanging in here. And I have a lot of fun in here. Alright, how do you stop this so I can move? These are my musicians. Sometimes the title of this painting becomes Gyp Joint, but I tend to just call them jazz musicians. But Gyp Joint probably has more intrigue to it. As we leave the musicians, we go over and we can see my children. I like my children. Do you like my children? Can you see them good? I could zoom in a little bit, I guess. Zooming is fun. Yes. This painting is called, it's clearly an abstract type thing of my heart. It's called The Engaged Heart. And I actually got the title before I started the painting. It's two separate canvases. I don't know if you can tell that. There's a line down the middle because they're hung close together, but it's two canvases. And the idea is that if you buy the painting, both canvases, you hang them in your home, and then you find the woman that you want to marry and live with forever. You give with the ring, don't forget the ring, with the ring you give her half of the painting, and she hangs that half in her home. And then after you come together in one home, of course I'm dreaming because this is the 2011 when you're already living with your engaged, but anyway, I'm old. Then the two halves of the heart are joined together and hang together in one home. I think that's really romantic. Okay. And if we go over here, we see my, what I call Thursday's Angel. And then to her left, we have, I don't remember what I named her. Don't laugh, it's even more wiggly then. But she's sort of interesting, I think, right? Mixed media. Zoom. I love to play with eyes. To her left, we have this fella. Interesting character. Back in the corner there, we have a guy I call Pansy. See if I can get closer to him. There's a reason I call him Pansy. Not because he looks like a wimp, although he kind of does have that quality, but because originally that blue and yellow was a painting of an actual flower pansy. But I found I didn't quite have what it takes to make a pansy, so I did what I do best, which is create some kind of a face. And I used hot glue and everything to outline his eyes, so he's, if you're here, and his lips, you can see how textural he is. I don't know if you can tell that on the video. This is my cat. Her name was Malini. I call the painting In the Shadows for obvious reasons. It took me 3 days to do the part from on the left of the canvas from her ear down to her nose, because it's really tricky to get somebody in the shadows and still have a face. Although according to this camera you can't really see it, but if you're up close you can. Let's see if I can see it if you zoom in. Yeah, you see, you're getting it, but you see how she's got her tip of her nose? She's in there. Took me a long time because I, had to teach myself how to do it while I was doing it. You see, she's in there. Alright, we'll take you around this side a little bit. I painted my sofa. It was a white sofa, and of course I needed someplace where I could sit with paint on me. So I painted this fun thing gray. I painted it gray and I put the white circles on, inspired by the painting above it with the circles. Those are just some canvases that aren't being used at the present moment. Oh, and here's my teacher's favorite painting. Hold on, let me get her. Oh, she's behind a bunch of stuff. Wait a minute, I'm gonna move some stuff. I'll be right back. I built this mantle myself and I faux finished it myself. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit on the mantle. It's kind of cool, right? I think so. But anyway, you can never see it because it's always cluttered with a bunch of paintings. You can see this. That's my work table. And now, Vanessa Campbell's favorite painting is this one I did when I was just 7 days painting, called Asian Girl. There she is, sort of live and not just in a photo I took. She is really cool, I have to admit. She's wonderful. I love her also. She's what inspired me to buy some real canvas, because she is on a sheet rock. She needs to be framed for sure. Let's see, should we get a little closer? It will fill the frame at least. Am I moving around a lot? Yeah, I like her. As we come around from her, there's a lot of candlesticks I've made, but I'll show you this. Oops, wrong direction. This is my first place blue ribbon that I won the very first show I entered. The judges said, I was up against some incredible talents too, but the judges said that my work had a raw, exciting quality to it, and they thought that the eyes had a great deal of expression. What else did they say? Intensity. I think that's what, raw and intensity. They could tell I was self-taught and they liked it. I got $750 with that ribbon too. It's very cool. From the blue ribbon, I want to take you over to my roses. Oh, I should probably back up. Okay, here's my roses. I like them. They were my first attempt at roses. I think they're kind of cool. Of course, they're behind a bunch of other clutter and glass and stuff, but they look good, right? I think so. I hope you think so too. Oh, I don't know how well it's showing up. Can't even, it's not working so well on the camera, but anyway, that's my roses. You can't really see it, but in there's a very long and tall piece that's got these kinds of circles on them. And on my work table, I kind of went a little crazy that day and made a sort of sculpture with those same circles. It's on all four sides of that. And okay, here we go. There it is. Little pieces and a little shaker thingy and some other kinds of stuff. Oh, there's Cheeria still. Oh, wait a minute. Cheeria, he's up there, you see, he's free. Just like I told you last time. Alright, so I'm not going to show you everything in the studio because it would take too long. I've got about a gazillion things in here. But let's see how you like this.